Hi guys, it's Alyssa and welcome back to my channel, The Divine Venus, where I put out a daily video last month and no videos this month because I've been busy doing a lot of chart readings for you guys. You actually booked me until May so far, which is awesome, and I'm like really excited, but I haven't had time to do YouTube videos. But I recently realized doing a live for my Patreon that you guys were interested in astro.com because I'm always on astro.com. It's just that when I started doing astrology, I was dirt poor. I didn't have any money. I couldn't afford software. I didn't even know which was the best software. The only thing I had was astro.com. And so whenever I do a tutorial for you guys, I go to it because it's free. But I don't think you guys know what you can do on it, okay? Like, I don't know if you guys realize that there is so much to do. So I'm actually going to do a little walkthrough of that with you guys right now. So first off, we're going to do a little screen recording and then you're going to say goodbye to my face because I'm a little ragged right now. So it was lovely to see you. And yeah, let's just get this show on the road. We're going to be at astro.com. That means astro.com. This is also astrodienst, etc. Now you want to go to free horoscopes. It's pretty much where everything you're going to need for. And this is going to be like a pretty basic beginner run through, whatever, but it's really going to be everything that you need. So I'm going to go down this list here. First off, we have this daily horoscope. I can take a personal daily horoscope and it's going to give me certain aspects for today. I used to read this religiously, but I don't anymore because I just get bored of transit reading and stuff. But like right here, it says today, the interpretation above is for your transit selected for today, Venus trine Mercury. So it does that. Now, if I pay money for subscribing, which no jokes, I don't pay them any money. Maybe I should pay them money. I don't know. They don't ever come to me and thank me for all of the long-term subscribing that they've gotten from me. Okay. So like I can go to all of these long-term things if I subscribe. So that might be something that you're interested in. I think it's actually better than a lot of these apps out there. You just have to, have the internet. So that's something. Now you can also do love horoscope for the day. That's with, a subscription, stuff that I'm not really totally worried about. Okay. These short horoscopes are pretty interesting. I can do a short personal portrait, but with these, they do want you to buy the full thing. So here's a little bit of information about me, but that's just a part of what I can buy. And I mean, you can do it about anybody. Anybody I have on here, I can do, as long as they're over a certain age, because otherwise it's not added to it. So then, yeah, that's fun. Here's a short report partner. This is like you. Here's me and Marilyn Monroe. Wait, what? Yeah, it tells me all about this, but this is also something that I can buy, so it's just going to be a little bit. But if you just want a little bit of free information, this is perfect for you. Now, I don't really care about this as much because these are things, the short horoscopes are things that you have to buy. Horoscopes by Liz Green, also things that you have to buy. You can totally check them out. That's fine. But I want to get into the interactive horoscopes first. Like here's the AstroClick Travel. This is basically your astrocartography. So if you didn't watch that video on my channel about astrocartography, you can. Now, one question people keep giving me about this is like, but the place I live on isn't even a line. What does that mean? And so I'm going to show you that real quick. Where do I want to be? I want to be in North America. I'm going to click that. You see all the lines. I can click anywhere here and it's still going to be on a line. See, crossing Saturn, Pluto. I'm clicking in the middle of nothing, clicking in nowhere. Oh wait, that's not a line. But it says that I would have an Aquarius rising, the ruler would be Uranus, etc. Usually there's a line. You just have to kind of click around. I guess I don't want to live here. I just made this whole thing seem stupid, but here. Okay, let's backtrack. I want to show you something about this AstroClick Travel, but I don't want to show you yet, so keep that in your mind for 1 second. We're going to go to an AstroClick Portrait. You can actually click actually click on the astro click any one of your aspects and it will tell you about this. Like, it's so good when you're a beginner and you want to see what's up. So really, you know, if you're just starting out, look at these astro click things. They're great. Astro click partner. That's me right there. Here's me and Jenna Moore. This is the one I've used for my YouTuber readings. This is like our composite chart. So now you can click on our composite and what that means. They don't have the synastry. You have to read that on your own, but they have all that stuff. So let's go back to these horoscopes and we're going to go to the extended chart selection. And this is where it's going to get a little bit crazy. So this has everything that you're going to possibly need to survive. The first thing I will show you is travel. Now, if you go to a line, something, or there's no line there, you might just want to relocate yourself and see how that entire chart looks out. In which case, you're gonna go to the chart type right here, and instead of natal chart wheel, you're gonna go all the way down to a relocation chart. Okay, so you're gonna look at this relocation, I can talk really well, and I'm gonna click to choose a different reference place. I'm not going to use my birthplace. I'm going to press continue, and then I'm going to type in, you know, Los Angeles, California. Now, I know that when I click my lines that are the closest to Los Angeles are my Saturn and my Jupiter. But when you actually go to it, it's going to be a little bit different. You can see that my Saturn is close to my midheaven right here, and my Jupiter is close to my rising. So I am having crossing Saturn and Jupiter, Saturn on my midheaven, Jupiter on my rising. It's not exact there, but it's still there. And this is how the rest of my chart looks. So my North Node has moved to the 3rd house with my moon. This Venus Mars, which is usually in my 6th house, has moved to the 7th. And I have Sun and Mercury in the 8th, Uranus in the 10th. Everything sort of shifted over a little bit because I have an Aquarius rising in Los Angeles, where I am a Pisces rising in my birthplace. So obviously I'm not going to read this chart as far as my personality goes or anything, but this is going to tell me how the influence of the relocation is affecting me. And so that might be something you're very interested in. Okay, now I'm going to actually use my birthplace again because we're going to get out of this relocation, and we're going to go back to the chart selection, and I'm going to show you the fun little things you want to do. So we're going to go back up here to natal chart wheel, and I don't know if you can see if that shot's in the screen. It kind of goes all the way up, but natal chart wheel is right there at the very top. And we're going to go to the house system. Now, default on Astro is Placidus, so it doesn't matter if you click Placidus or default, that's what that's going to be. As you can see, click that here, it says default is Placidus. There's a little bit of information about it if you want to look at that. But I don't have to do Placidus. I can do whole sign, okay? And now over here on the zodiac, I can do tropical, sidereal, draconic, geocentric, heliocentric, etc. So if I want to look at a whole sign sidereal, which is gonna, so I can read like my Vedic chart, I can. Here it is right here. This is what I am in sidereal. Still a Pisces rising. I am a Sun Mercury in Virgo. My midheaven is still Sagittarius. Now, here's another thing, because a lot of these types of astrologies do not use the outer planets. So say I want to check those off. I just scroll down to traditional astrology options, and I can take Uranus to Pluto off. There you go. 7 classical planets, no asteroids, and no fixed stars. Click to show that chart. And look how different my chart is. But I can do this all on Astro. I can read my chart like this. I can do it in a traditional way. This means that if I feel like reading my chart traditionally to see if I'm missing something in my modern practice, I can easily do that. Now, another thing, let's take that off. Look down here. We can select different objects. So I have to do a command to hold them all, but I can do the parse fortune, the vertex. I don't like this Lilith, to be honest. They don't have the oscillating Lilith. They have the mean Lilith, not the true Lilith. So I don't click that one. I can do Juno, Pallas, Nessus, Pholus, Eris, whatever. I can do the galactic center. These are fixed stars. These don't move very fast. They move every 72 years. Here's Regulus, Spica, whatever. I'm going to click here to show the chart. And look at this. They put all of these stars. And obviously this S, it's still in sidereal, but I have all the fixed stars, all the little placements I've wanted. And I can see, here's the galactic center up here. This is Juno. There's Spica. So that's something. Now, if you have ever done a search and you're just like, okay, what is the true Lilith number? Here, you can get this Google, how to find the Liliths in your birth chart. And I can get these. I'm going to copy and paste. These are all the Liliths. 1181, I believe, is the asteroid. Yes, oh, sorry, it's right here. Black Moon, the mean Lilith is H12, which is the one that they naturally have in their chart selection. That's H12. I mean, I know that because I've researched it. But the oscillating Lilith is H13. The dark moon Lilith, Waldemath Black Moon, is H58. So I can copy these, and I can put in the manual entry right there. And I'll click this, and I can all of a sudden have all of the Liliths. Here's the mean Lilith, the oscillating Lilith, the asteroid Lilith, and Waldemath Dark Moon, or Waldemath Black Moon, which is a dark moon. So that's something. I know too, probably while I'm going through this, you guys are going to ask me questions about each one. I do have a lot of videos on different types of Lilith. So if you're interested in that, you can go just search the Divine Venus Lilith, and all my Lilith videos will probably pop up. Now here's another thing. If you want the south node, because you know in your chart, we're going to click it back to Placidus. In your chart, you can't actually see the south node. You can see the north node, but the south node doesn't pop up on Astro. So here's the north node, but where's the south node? It should be exactly opposite, right? It's not there. So I can just go to descending node under display and calculation options, just like I did here for taking Uranus Pluto off, show descending node. And here we go, it's right here. So that is something to look at. Now, another thing, you can basically do anything in these chart types. I can do synastry, me and somebody else. This will put two charts next to each other, so I can read that. I can do the composite chart with a midpoint or reference place. I can do a Davidson composite chart if you're into that. I can do natal chart and transits. So now all the transits are where they are in regards to my chart is up there. And I can do solar and lunar returns. I can do progressed charts, partner progressions. I can do 9 harmonic charts. I can do draconic charts. Here's my draconic chart, which is also right here as well. So this is my draconic chart. I can do a comparison natal draconic chart situation if you're interested in that. You can do so much, and I barely even scratched the surface. So I would say if you think that you can't do something on astro.com, think again. You can do so much. Here's some transit calendars. We're gonna go back to this round for 1 second. I'm gonna show you something here. This lunar or the solar return chart, this is your birthday chart, right? This is my solar return this year, or coming up this year, because you have to look, it's 2021 to 2022. If I want to do my birthday for this year, I have to type in a new date, which you can always do that. I can just put 2020, October 2nd, because that's my birthday at 2020, click that, and it will give me my solar return for this year. So that's something as well. You can change any date, etc. Now this is the last thing I want to show you, and I hope that this just changes your life forever. But we're going to go to the Apollon Astrology tab, and we're going to click the chart type and go all the way down to Simple Chart Delineation by Walter Pollin. I'm going to click that here, and if you look, you can see that it says exactly what I have within this Placidus style. Sun in Libra in the 7th house. Moon in Taurus in 2nd house. Mercury in Libra in 7th house. And then it basically gives me a full explanation of what this means. Retrograde Jupiter in Aquarius in 11th house. It's completely put together based on my exact information. Sun, now here's my aspects. Sun conjunct Mercury, Sun trine Jupiter. If you can't get a reading from somebody, this is a perfect thing to go on to find out more about yourself. It is so detailed. Sun conjunct Mercury. This is another thing. Moon opposite Saturn. There's another sun conjunct. They just have so much, but I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to give you this. Oh, besides, here's my midpoints. Mercury midpoint North Node in Cancer, which if you're into midpoints is so interesting to read about. Like, look how much I'm like scrolling forever. Okay, now this is the fun times of your chart. It has these little calculators. Now, some of these I don't even look at because I don't care and I'm too confused and it's a bunch of numbers. But look at this right here. Here's the percentage of the planetary energy based on position and aspect. So in my chart, my Venus is number 1 in rank with the 16.2% right here. So I have Venus as the most in prime position and by aspect. Also, you can look at the signs, power and rank. So I have Virgo and Libra with the most power and rank in my chart. This is so important if you guys want to look at that to see what your most dominant signs and planets are. And yeah, that's a lot of what you can do. There's so much more. There is a blog on here if you want to read their articles by Liz Green, Robert Hahn, Dana Gerhardt. They're phenomenal astrologers, you know, the OGs. And you can look at these. Here's the Astro Shop. You can buy any of these things from them. And yeah, all of this stuff. But remember, just remember, if you want to read somebody's chart and you just want to look at all that stuff, go to the extended chart selection under the free horoscopes tab, because this is your bread and butter. It has so much of what you need in it. And I just don't even realize sometimes that you guys might actually like this. So that is all that you need to know. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys again later with another video. Goodbye.